you follow the recipe for the short crust pastry in the food processor, what I do is I roll it out and I get it all ready and in my pan, and then I put it in the fridge. So today I'm going to make a quiche with this one, and what I've done is I don't pre-cook them. I brush some olive oil on the pastry to give it a little bit of a seal, so that when it goes into the oven, the egg isn't going to be absorbed into the pastry. And I don't do this twice baking pastry thing. I really just don't get that. So I put the olive oil, brush the olive oil all over the surface of the pastry. What we're going to do today is we're going to make a bacon, cheese and sage quiche. Now, if you don't know the size of your pan, fill your pan with water and empty the water out into a measuring jug. That way then you know exactly how much fluid you're going to be needing in order to fill it up, because you're going to need to fill it up. What I'm going to do is I've got 10 eggs, so it's 2 cups of eggs to 1 cup, and that's 4 cups in all. We're doing mathematics here. There's 4 cups of fluid in all, half of which is eggs, the rest is cream. But what I do is I flavour my custard mix, if you like, at this point. A bit like making a custard tart, or if you were doing anything with egg and custard, you put vanilla and you put your sugar in there. So this is savoury, so I've got all my savoury ingredients in here. So I've got my eggs, my cream, and then I put a little bit of ground bay leaf, and then I put some onion salt and some garlic salt, but not too much. About a teaspoon of each, because they're actually quite salty. So I'm going to pour that in to the pastry case. There you go, boys. Voila. And then I'm going to sprinkle in my bacon bits. These are cooked bacon bits. You can use whatever you like. Just pre-cook them. Little bits of pork, chorizo, that's always good. Pop them in there. If you do it this way, rather than put them all on the base, some of it will settle on the egg, rather than being all settling down at the bottom of the quiche. So there's some more in there, and I suppose there's about a cup of bacon bits. Then I've got some grated cheese. I don't know how much grated cheese this is. It's a nice pile of it, and it's strong cheddar cheese. And if there's something that you Americans do best, that's eating cheese. You seem to like it with everything. So do I, as it happens. So, distribute that into the quiche. I've got the oven on at 375, because once we've put all this together, this is going to go in there for about 45 minutes. 30-45 minutes, until it doesn't move, it doesn't wobble. It'll rise a little bit and then it'll settle. And then I've got chopped sage, fresh sage, and I'm going to put that up on the top. Sage, pork, cheese, match made in heaven. Just push it down so it doesn't burn when it first goes into the oven, because they're only little leaves. They can't take too much. Some people may be horrified at the amount of sage that I put in here. Quite frankly, I don't care. I like to taste my food, so they have it. That's going to go into the oven now, about 45 minutes, 375, and then it'll be ready. And you can serve this cold, hot, straight from the oven. If you've got one of those shifting pan things so the bottom comes out, you can display it as part of a buffet. They're absolutely perfect, and they are the best things to have in the freezer. So all of this is freezable, basically because you've got a lot of fat in there with the cheese. So there you go. Bacon, sage, cheese, quiche.